I'm currently in Zanzibar. Yes, yes. This man, he said I should get out of this police station.
I can't remember the last time I told a story with a living victim. It's always that the victim died, or maybe the victim is unconscious, or we don't even know what happened to the victim entirely. But this story is completely different. We're grateful that the victim is here to tell us her own side of the story, because what I'm about to tell you is something so chilling. It's been trending on social media, and it's something that no one wished to experience while on vacation. On the 15th of April 2021, Zainab Oladehinde left Lagos, Nigeria to Zanzibar Tanzania for her 23rd birthday. And she was very excited about it. She said she spent 2 days in transit because she had to lay over in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and then finally arrived at Wawere Beach Resort in Tanzania. So she had booked accommodation for 6 nights, and when she got to the hotel, she was welcomed by the staff, and they showed her her room, which had a pool and sea view. Now this looked like heaven to her, and she said she was so excited that things were going to be great, and this was going to be her dream birthday holiday. So she had her day planned out. Her itinerary was to spend some time exploring the hotel, visit the beach, get to enjoy everything a tourist would when they visit a place like that. She had breakfast, went to the pool of the beach, which was very nice. She mingled with some foreigners, a Russian couple who were also lodging in the same hotel that evening. She was very, very excited. She was in the mood for her birthday, but she was traveling alone, which kind of posed her to a risk. So at around midnight, she spoke to her friends and family and then went back to her room to sleep. Few hours into the night, she started to feel a strange hand touching her breast. She slept naked. I mean, this is her hotel room. She wasn't expecting something like that to happen. She was alone and was not expecting any guests. So she thought that this was a dream, and she told herself to just go back to bed. But then a few more minutes, she started to feel her hand stroking someone's penis. And at that moment, she opened her eyes and confirmed that there was a stranger in her bed. Lo and behold, it was not a dream. There was a naked man lying on her bed and touching her at 2 a.m. in the midnight. The man was saying things like baby, and then she became so scared because the room was dark and she couldn't see the face. She had turned off the light before she went to bed, so now she could no longer get out to go and turn it on because of this man who's obviously trying to do things to her. So she asked the man in fear, "Who are you?" But the man kept saying, "Baby, baby." This young woman was very terrified. When she tried to scream, the man covered her mouth to stop her from screaming. At this point, she realized that something bad was going to happen to her. She did not know who this strange man was. She was in a foreign country and she could not call out for help. She wondered if she was going to get raped or killed on her birthday. She just could not put her thoughts together. But one thing for sure was she wanted to get out of that room as quickly as she could. So while all this were going on, the man tried to climb on top of her and rape her. But she tried to distract the man by telling him that she had HIV. This kind of startled the man. Although he did not speak English, he was just confused because he was very familiar with the term HIV. Perhaps it triggered him, it got him so upset, he tried to strangle her a couple of times. So she kept begging the man and telling him that she would allow him have sex with her, but he needs to go and get a condom so that he would not get the HIV from her. So the man's belt fell out of the bed during the struggle, and she realized that this man came to her room fully clothed, which means he was probably waiting in her room before she came in, or he snuck in while she was asleep. So he dressed up and told her that he'll be back with a condom. So as soon as the man left, she switched on the light and started looking for the telephone to call. That was when she realized that there was no phone in her room. So she ran and locked the door. She ran to the bathroom and called her friend with her own cell phone. And then she couldn't talk well because she was visibly terrified. So then she tried to call the police in Zanzibar, but again, no one answered the call. Then she sent a message to the hotel's owner that she has been chatting with on WhatsApp days before she arrived in Zanzibar. And again, the person did not reply on time. So She decided that it was very unsafe for her to stay in her room, and the only people she knew that she could go to were the Russian couple she met. So she put on her clothes, left her room barefoot, and then she got out. She got outside the room, and when she was about to get to the reception, she saw two men who happened to be security men standing outside the poolside having a conversation. She wanted to go and alert them to what happened, but then she realized that these men could equally be the men who tried to attack her in her room. Now, remember, one man was in the room, but she felt like maybe there could be someone else outside. She wasn't sure, but she just did not want to take that risk. So instead of going to alert these security men of what had happened, she quietly crept past them and went to the reception hall. When she got to the hotel reception, she knocked on all doors, but no one answered. She was crying profusely at this point because she thought she was not going to survive the night. She was very terrified. When she tried to get to the room where the Russian couple were, she noticed that the security men were directly opposite the room, so she did not want to get noticed, and she decided to put her phone on silence and crawled on her chest till she get to the room. Now this story sounds like something you would see in a movie, but this young woman was brave enough to tell us her story. So when she got to the Russian couple's door, luckily their door was not locked, so she ran inside and woke them up and told them what had happened to her and how she was nearly raped and strangled in her room. The man advised her to stay in his room till they sort out the issue by morning. So this was nearly around 4 a.m. She started making calls, calling her friends and letting everyone know step by step what's going on with her. Then by 6 a.m. in the morning, she left Alex's room and went back to the reception. But still, there was no one there. So she called the taxi driver, whose name is Mr. Sule, to come pick her up and take her to the police station so that she can go and make a formal complaint. So while waiting for the taxi driver to get there, she waited about 2 hours, and finally the hotel manager called Musa appeared. Musa said that the hotel owner alerted him that there was a woman in distress, but then when he went to the room to check, he could not find her. But then, remember, this lady said she came to the reception and she did not see anyone. After having this conversation with the hotel manager, she noticed that her battery was low, so she went back to her room to grab her charger, and that was when she noticed that the $1,100 she had in her bag was missing. So when she got to the police station, she narrated her story, but they were not taking her seriously. They were just staring at her. She decided to take a picture of the police station and also a picture of the statement she wrote, but then the police asked her to delete it. They did not want her taking a picture of their police station. They began threatening and shouting at her, but she refused. She stood her ground that she must keep those photos. The police chief came out and also asked her to delete those photographs or they will not take her to the hospital for a checkup, but she refused to delete the photos. Then after much back and forth, they decided to go to the hospital for a checkup. So when they got to the hospital, the nurse confirmed that there was no penetration, and then they all went back to the police station again, and this time around the police told her that they did not have any case to pursue here since there was no sexual assault. She was not raped. The only issue she should be worried about is her stolen money. When she was not satisfied, they kept bullying her, asking her to leave the police station, but she wouldn't.
I'm currently in Zanzibar. Yes. This man, he said I should get out of this police station. They tried to rape me at the hotel, Wawere Beach Hotel. They tried to rape me, they tried to kill me, strangle me, and then they robbed me of my $1,100. I've been here, this is 3 p.m. This is 18th of April, 2021. I've been here, and these are the police officers. Please leave me alone. Do not touch me. Do not touch me at this point. Do not touch me. Do not touch me. You are alive. You are alive. You are alive on air.
All this were happening on her birthday when she should be celebrating. So as it stands, we do not know where that case is headed, but she said she hired a lawyer in Tanzania to assist her with the case. Whew, that's a very, very terrible experience that I do not wish on anyone. I can't imagine what that woman felt throughout her stay in Tanzania, going back and forth to the police station, trying to fight her case and at least get her money back. This is very terrifying. And I hope that when people travel overseas next time, they have to be very careful. They have to check their surroundings and definitely report any suspicious incident. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please hit the subscribe button so that you can get more updates from me. I tell dark, strange, mysterious stories from Nigeria and beyond. And also you can follow me on TikTok at Stories with Oluchi. I tell short stories over there and I'm sure you're gonna like it. Thank you again for watching and have a good day.